Thank you so much. I have one fan here tonight, so that's great to know already. This is such a cool experience here tonight. This is a great honor. I've had just the best time getting to chat with the other speakers, and I just am beyond excited to be here with you guys tonight. This is my very first speech, so bear with me. I do say other people's words for a living. I'm very comfortable with that, but I've never given a speech about myself, so thank you guys for being here as my firsts. I was really nervous, and a couple weeks ago I was seeing hypnotist Mark de Savard's show, and it was amazing, and all these people were just like relaxed and doing whatever he said. And so I was talking with him afterwards, and I said, you know, I've been having this fear of public speaking. I wonder, do you think you could hypnotize me? And so if I start clucking like a chicken or something later, you'll know if I went through it or not. But it's a little bit over the top to say that, but drama is my job, so it makes a little bit of sense. I am, like Andy said, currently in Steve Wynn's Showstoppers at the Wynn. There we are. Natasha's up there somewhere. This is our full company, 66 people. It's like a talent army. And it is spectacular. I hope you all come. Now, just a few months ago, I really had no idea that I would be singing and dancing in this multi-million-dollar production. A lot of people have come up to me and asked me, how did this happen? You were just another performer around town, and suddenly you're starring in this huge show. Well, that sure sounds like a case of overnight success. Well, let me tell you, it has taken me 20 years to become the overnight success that I am today. But let me tell you, it is actually easier than you think. It's pretty simple, and I'm going to give you some tips tonight to become your own overnight success. So, all of the stories I'm about to tell you are true Hollywood stories, if you will. So, come with me on this journey and find out how to become an overnight success. So step one, you're gonna wanna date a celebrity. This is key. You need to surround yourself with very powerful, successful people. So I decided that I needed to go where serious stars are made every single day, Hollywood. The first acting job that I booked was on the A&E biography of a big-time celebrity. It was a great opportunity for me. He had been on a very successful TV series and was super recognizable. When we finally finished the show, much to my surprise, he called and asked me on a date. He wasn't really my type, but I thought, oh, well, he must think I'm a really great actress from those 3 Oscar-worthy lines I had. Or maybe he just wants to help me become a movie star or something. He's been in the industry his whole life. I'm sure he has some great stories and advice for me. So I ended up agreeing to go to lunch with him. He even said something that stuck with me after all these years. It takes different strokes to move the world. So, Gary Coleman picked me up from my apartment, and we went to a Mexican restaurant. So, we sat down, we started talking about life, we talked about model trains, because he was really into those. And I asked for a quesadilla. He asked to massage my feet. Check, please. So we never did go on a second date. He would have to different stroke somebody else's feet. But we were friends, and I will never forget Gary. Thank you. So now you all watch YouTube, right? We all do it. Animals, videos, you watch it, great. So today, it is so relevant. You need to become a YouTube star. Viral videos are the fastest way to become an overnight success. So I was filming this brand new TV show called Killer Karaoke. Well, the name right there should just tell you where this story's going. Killer Karaoke is a cross between American Idol and Fear Factor. And I'm pretty much afraid of everything, so I'm really not sure what possessed me to take this job, but I had bills to pay, so I agreed to sing in front of a live studio audience, much like yourselves, but while being tortured. I had no idea what kind of torture, but I knew after watching... Already still scared. Okay, after watching other singers get electrocuted and dunked into a tank full of snakes, I knew that this was going to be the worst day of my life. But I'd signed a contract and there really was no turning back. So after 14 hours on set, it was finally time to film my segment appropriately named The Walk of Fear. So I'm singing the song Fever, and you can see the host is Steve-O from Jackass. Another red flag I should have noticed before I signed on for this. But I was actually dragged into boxes of maggots, stink bugs, fish guts, biting lizards. That's what I am just coming out of. And what I'm screaming right there is an alligator. So I can't even describe to you guys really what happened, but you're going to need to see it for yourself to believe it. I never actually sang any of the song Fever. I thought this was my big opportunity to sing on national television. And here I screamed at the top of my lungs like no human should ever make these sounds. I couldn't even speak for 3 days afterwards. So this show finally aired months later. And much to my surprise, this segment went completely viral on the internet. At this point today, over 6 million people have watched this video of the most horrifying moment of my entire life. And in that, I will never be able to forget it because people will always be reminding me about this video. So if you all are interested and you want a good laugh, just go home tonight, go on YouTube and search for Nicole Walk of Fear. I promise you, you will not regret it quite like I did. So now that you're a YouTube celebrity, that's great. What you want to do now is find a cause. Every celebrity today has a worthy cause. You have Oprah's Angel Network, Elton John's AIDS Foundation, and even Jenny McCarthy's Save the Measles. Now, for me... Me personally, I have always been an animal lover. So there's a great organization called PETA. And this organization speaks for creatures that can't speak for themselves. So I decided that I would only use my talents to speak as an animal and only play animal roles. So my first opportunity to support was in a show in Los Angeles called Bark the Musical. It was about 6 dogs, and I played Chanel, an opera-singing poodle who used to love to sing with police car sirens. So this was a great cause, but it still wasn't enough. So I decided that I needed to up the commitment level and go work for a mouse. So here I had moved to Orlando, Florida, to live under the sea in Finding Nemo the musical. I learned how to puppeteer a fish while singing and wearing head-to-toe spandex. So while I was there, I also noticed that mermaids were a very underrepresented group. So I channeled my inner redhead and donned a seashell bra and fins and sang, "Ah," as Ariel in The Little Mermaid. But you better believe when Ariel turned into a human, I quit. I was fully committed. And even today, I've been a vegetarian for 7 years. Animals love. So you've seen me in one costume, but it's really important that you want to dress for success. So naturally, fashion is of the utmost importance. When I moved to Las Vegas, my first job was as a singing telegram. So I pulled up to valet, tried driving in that, And I stepped out in style at where else but the Wynn. Come a long way. So I strolled down the hallways at 10 a.m. as this 5'2" feathered nightmare, and I made my way to a conference room to sing happy birthday to a room full of businessmen. Then I was really surprised because no one even batted an eye at me in this outfit. That's when I realized Las Vegas is on the cutting edge of fashion. Costumes are strongly encouraged. I decided I need to dress for success way more often. So since then, I have appeared as a sexy Santa, a rapper, the blonde member of ABBA more than once, a caterer, and my personal favorite, Elvis. Look at that wig. Thank you very much. When you're dressing the part, success is surely coming to you. So, when you're at this point, you're really on the rise. You can't forget where you came from. You have to go back to your roots. So now at this point, you need to become a hometown hero. This is how my dad introduces himself to every single person that he meets. Hi, I'm Dave Kaplan. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like home of the Pittsburgh Steelers is on the flag or something. But when you are from Pittsburgh, there are a few things that you are born into. One, the necessity to put French fries on every meal, including your salads. Another, to have a strange accent that yins just can't figure out. And an obsession with Pittsburgh Steelers football. Yeah, go Steelers. There are so many Steelers heroes. Mean Joe Green, Franco Harris, the bus Jerome Bettis. But to many, including my dad, 4-time Super Bowl winning champion Terry Bradshaw stood above them all. So imagine my dad's surprise when I called him to tell him that I was going to be singing with Terry Bradshaw in his brand new show, America's Favorite Dumb Blonde, A Life in 4 Quarters, which was produced and directed by one of my favorite women who I admire so much and who is one of your speakers here tonight, Anita Mann. I love Terry. And if you've seen him on TV, he is just as much fun in person as you would imagine. And we're really like family. These girls up here, Amanda, who's here tonight, SJ and Marin, we just had been having the best time. We've been touring the country for months when we finally played a show in Pittsburgh to 4,000 fans, screaming, waving terrible towels. Now, I got to stand next to Terry as he took in this homecoming hero welcome. And I'd like to think a little bit of that applause was for this Pittsburgh girl coming home. This was one of the most memorable nights I'll ever have in my career, and so I have to thank you for that, Anita. Thank you so much. So, thank you guys. Terry has this one moment in the show where he brings up an audience member on stage to throw the football with him. So Amanda goes into this crowd of 4,000 and picks out my dad to come up on stage. So there we are. Terry's throwing the football back and forth with my dad, and he's like this little boy who's playing with his favorite superhero. And I had a front row seat to all that. It is super important to become your hometown hero. And maybe while you're at it, if you can, your dad's. Are you guys ready for a little romance? Another great tip I have for you is to marry your co-star. I don't know if anybody out there has done it, but entertainers are constantly marrying each other to climb the ladder of success. I knew I needed to find my own co-star and fall madly in love because showmances happen every day on set and on stage. It was only a matter of time. So I was attending Carnegie Mellon University. I was cast in a musical playing the role of a mob wife who hires a hitman to do dirty work. So I'm reading the script and I see that there's this kissing scene between myself and this hitman. So I couldn't wait to find out who it was going to be. In strolls this cute guy named Graham Fenton. Just 18 years old. Our very first kiss was on stage as these two characters. So it's so sweet, right? But I ended up killing him at the end of that show. I sure did pick the right co-star to fall in love with, though. As luck would have it, he just happened to be an overnight success as well. You might even recognize him. He plays Frankie Valli in the hit show Jersey Boys at the Paris right down the street. We actually ended up kind of liking each other because we've been married for over 6.5 years. I love you. I was just looking for a quick rise to fame, and instead I found my damn soulmate. Great. Now we work down the street from one another, both doing what we love. So we're so lucky to have that. And I'm really sorry to say that we really don't have anything worthy of a tabloid headline. Turns out we just might be drama-free. So that's it, guys. Now you have it. There are just a few easy steps, and you're ready to become the overnight success you've always dreamed about. Thank you. Now, all joking aside, though, guys, I have had so much fun with every opportunity that I've ever been given, no matter how big or small. I am so grateful to be a part of a truly incredible show. Clearly, I am living in this picture in Showstoppers, singing all that jazz from Chicago. I hope that you will come see me, Natasha, and the cast over the win, and I promise you that I will be wearing a ton of Dress for Success options. Now, you've seen both of these pictures they're about to show here tonight. And I noticed when I was putting this whole journey together how crazy they both are, how similar they are. Both of these pictures were both taken for jobs I had at the Win. This one years ago as a singing telegram, and then just a few weeks ago in Showstoppers. But can you see it? There's just this genuine happiness shining through in both of them. I feel so lucky because I have felt successful because I've been able to feel the joy in everything that I'm doing. So that's my last tip to you guys tonight. You have to just find that joy. Decide that you're going to be happy and don't focus on money or power or what other people have. Just take pride in your work really hard, and make the people in your life your #1 priority. I have amazing family, friends, and co-stars. I would be nowhere without them. I'm getting a little choked up here. Whew. So I want to leave you with this, and this is the easiest thing to do. To be an overnight success, you just want to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow morning with a great positive attitude. So thank you guys for going on this first with me tonight. I would like to thank you all for being an amazing audience, and for this incredible And Speaks team for bringing us together tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.